had dinner today with an 18-year-old, and man, youth. I want to be 18 with the wisdom and experience and the lessons that I have now. I'd be so amazing and just unstoppable. I'd be so far. I'd be like, dang, I'm only 18 and look at me killing it. But youth is beautiful, and I pray to stay 28 for the rest of my life. It was just refreshing. Refreshing to have someone, it's like you've just started. You kind of have like a clean slate. Like whatever happened in high school, it doesn't even matter. Like it doesn't matter. Like your life is really just beginning. And you really just have a clean slate. Like you can do anything. And man, we live in such a world where you can do anything now. Like people used to say that all the time. You can do anything. You can be whatever you want. Like imagine having your young mind and energy and having the access you do to YouTube and the access you do to ChatGPT. Crazy. The youth really takes advantage of this moment in time. We could really have the youngest millionaires, billionaires of our lifetime. The youth can really be unstoppable. The thing with us as we get older is we have responsibilities, right? You get married, you have families, you have another job, you gotta have the 9 to 5 because you gotta pay your bills. But for the youth that like still lives at home, who just graduated or is even off to college, man, it just really is limitless. It really is. And I'll say this. If you chose to go to college, amazing. Because listen, I do not regret my college experience. I had a great time. I learned so much. It was amazing to just be able to be on my own and just live that college life. I loved it. I loved it. But I hate to say it was just so not necessary. I went to school for film studies. So it was not like it was a hands-on training film. It was like theory. And all of my experience that I got on film, really, in production, I gained from being a PA. And I was a PA in multiple departments because I knew that someday I'd want to have my own production company, or I was going to be a producer. I knew someday I was going to be like a head honcho. So I wanted to be well-rounded in every department. So I made sure that I got a assistant job in almost every department in the industry because I wanted to know the ins and outs, at least at that level of being a PA. So I was really fortunate to be able to work almost every department in the industry. So it was just nice to see like, okay, this is what happens in the art department. Oh, okay, this is what happens in the costume department. This is how things happen. Cool. And it just really helped me to have perspective. And even now, as I'm producing my own things and our crew is smaller, I can fit myself in all those roles now because I have worked in a small capacity in those roles. So I know somewhat the ins and outs of it. So I can easily do costumes. I can easily do casting. And, if I needed to, was really beneficial to be able to be part of almost every department in the industry and get that knowledge. If I just was 18 and I knew what I knew now, I wouldn't go to college. I wouldn't be drinking. I wouldn't be also doing any drugs at all. Waste of time. And it led to nothing. I realized how quickly, substance just became a coping mechanism to things that I just needed to deal with internally. And if you don't have a relationship with God, then that helped me a lot. That's what really blessed me in becoming more of a whole, peaceful person and full of joy. But, everyone has their own paths. So I'll just say this. The drugs and alcohol is not the answer. It is just going to get you in such more of a delay and bad decisions and bad choices. And it's just not worth it, man. It's just not worth it. So if I was 18, that's what I would definitely not do. No drugs, no alcohol, no smoking. I might have done like a film school, like a more of a hands-on tech kind of a program, even though those schools are hands-on and they're great because you'll learn a lot of technical stuff. you'll still have to always be learning. So always learning what is the new and the latest, like things in film, the things with lighting, the things with editing, and even the new introduction now with AI. It's just so much stuff is changing. And the real experience really comes in getting a job. I would just get a job, man. And I know it's easier said than done because, listen, I had no experience in the industry and I knew no one in the industry. And I probably applied to 500 jobs that year just to get my first foot in the door. And I got, like, by God's grace, I got called in. Somebody, they just needed somebody. They lost like a bunch of people and a bunch of PAs, and they just needed someone that gave me a chance. And I came in and was just ready to work and ready to learn and was eager and was trying to talk to people as much as I could and just trying to be like, hey, I'm trying to get more, I really want to try to get more jobs in the industry. And just that one day led just to more jobs and meeting more people. And once my foot was in the door, I never stopped working. I really never stopped working. And my life has turned into a whole new other area and a whole nother turn, but we can get into that another day. But I'll just say that, man, if you're young and you're just starting and you're either wanting to get in the industry, I would just say, just start working, start learning, start using your phone, man. I've been using my phone because, it's just me right now. I've been using my phone to shoot stuff and stuff we have that can just make a phone look so great. Young people, be encouraged. Find that thing that you want to do. Find that thing that you would do even if you had $1 million. If you can ask yourself, if I had $1 million, what would I do? That is a hint or an answer of what you should be doing with your life, because I know a lot of the struggles, especially being someone young and 18, you really don't know what you want to do. But I think you kind of do. You just have to be brave enough and bold enough to go for it. Because I, thank God, knew I always wanted to be in the entertainment industry. And I almost wasn't. I almost was going to be a psychologist. I was like, I'm going to study and major in psychology because film is so volatile and I don't know, maybe I won't make it, And then I quickly realized if I majored in psychology, I'm never going to do film. And I'm going to be stable and miserable. So instead, I decided to be poor and happy. And we pray that won't be for long. But I just think that find that thing that you want to do, but you're too scared to do, and go for it. Go 100,000%. Just go for it, man. Figure it out. Ask ChatGPT. It will show you the way. And just keep working every day. Because, again, it becomes a number game. You can't fail if you're consistent in your discipline. And you just keep working. And you keep getting better. And you keep learning. And be a good person. That always helps. And help people. And work hard and be kind. And doors will definitely open for you. On whatever it is that you are asking for.